Little ass was hungry.
Oh man. Salute to the people.
Yeah, that
Was
shit
good with it.
for
You know
real.
what I'm saying?
He skate that motherfucker.
Yeah, we got all types. We got all types of things going. This is how it's going though, baby. This is episode 1, you know what I'm saying? Fluence and Zen.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be every Fridays from here on out. You know what I'm saying? The first episode always gotta be the roughest. So this is how y'all seeing it. You know what I'm saying? This is young in the making, but we gonna slowly get some
you don't
work
get it
done and
back
we
into
gonna
the
improve.
groove. You're
You know what I'm saying? So this episode 1 Fluence, you know what I'm saying, is Zen. I actually don't remember what I named this shit. Oh yeah. Sometimes you have to look at the bigger picture. I named this before anything of what me and my dog Zen just talked about. So it's crazy. I didn't even know I was gonna get that text. And that's what I named this episode. That's wild. But before we get into this, man, salute to the Black Goose TV family, man. Go ahead. If you do end up coming in here late, if you end up not watching, whatever it ends up being, hit the like button, subscribe, man. We're gonna start from the bottom with this, man. We're gonna keep it consistent. But anyways, what's good with this, man? What's happening with you? Happy Friday. What's good with it? It's the weekend, so usually that's supposed to be a time of
weekend.
joy. How you
Thank,
feeling, bro?
thank the Lord. For all y'all don't know, me and my boy, we survived one of the coldest, well, for sure, top 3 coldest little viruses out there. We had the vid last week. We was dying,
They
but we
saying top 2, man. I'm telling you, the media
top
makes it seem
two.
like it's top 2, man.
All right. Well, at the end of the day, we had that shit. We was down and out, but as you can see now, we drinking the good water up in here. You feel me? We staying hydrated, staying fit. I already know my boy probably did like something like I don't know 3 miles with a vest on, something
No,
crazy.
today no cardio just because I was going crazy with the cardio when I couldn't get into the gym. So I'm like, so these
You had to
last
get
two,
back to get the muscle.
yeah.
All right.
So only it's been 2 days in a row I've been able to be in the gym because I just got cleared
Not bad.
as did you did. So it feels good. But I've been going hard in the gym. I've been in the gym like 2 hours putting the time in, boy, because I'm trying to get the muscle
Hey,
back.
it
But
feels good
tomorrow,
in that gym, boy.
yeah, but tomorrow's cardio day. Saturday, Sunday is always cardio day. So I will be back. I'll be hitting the miles. I'll be doing but keep going. Like, keep go
Yeah,
ahead,
no,
finish.
man.
How your day been going? How shit been going? You know what I'm saying?
Got back to work. Most people
Mm-hmm.
don't like work. I'm not the one
Mm-hmm.
that says I love it myself, but it feels
Mm-hmm.
good to just get back in the routine. You feel me?
It's
Get back
crazy.
to doing some stuff that you used to do. You feel me? Instead, cause I ain't gonna lie, man. When you was younger, sitting at home was cool, cause you just I got so much day. I can hit up the homies. I can go to this, that. You get older, you like, man,
Real quick though, school takes a lot of your day, man.
a lot of your
School
day.
it takes a lot of your days. School, so it's kind of like it's like you don't get
Oh,
much because
because when you
school
miss
takes
school, you
forever.
like, well, damn, everybody at school. Well,
Yep.
I can't go nowhere. You just stuck in the house. But see, like if you had the video game or something, you'd be happy because you like, get the,
Yo,
catch up on the
video
video game.
game was a lot more fun back in the day, man.
Way more,
Video
but the
game was
games
crazy
was
back in the
different.
day.
You had so many variety. You feel me? Like you could go play, God of War. You could go play Halo, Gears. They just had so many different type of games. They had 007. Like they had like variety. So it was like it was hard for you to be bored because it's like, well, let me go get this game and go beat the story mode. All right, I beat that one. Well, there's another game to go beat the story mode. Now it's just Call of Duty that got story mode. Nothing really has story mode no
No
more. It's like,
co-op games either. No co-op games no more.
yeah, like you feel me? Because I'm like, even
Everybody got to be
007,
alone.
it used to be
Hey, Mike, you go ahead, brother.
no, I'm just saying, back then, blessing. Back then they used to have
Bless
like some parts you couldn't do, like somebody else would have to do, and then somebody else have to do the other part or
you. Yep.
whatever, and then there'll be a part where y'all both come back together. You know what I mean? It's just none of that no more. No more
But
creativity.
that's why though. That's why still on the Xbox side of the game, even on the when you go to the PSI, you can convert older games into the newer systems because they know them things is crazy. They still if it wasn't for the graphics, they would hold up crazy to this day. But the graphics just be lacking. But it's wild. So that's on them. But
And think
okay,
about
brother.
Fight
So
Night if they have Fight Night updated. Oh my
but
god!
you see they trying to come out with a new they trying to come out with a new game is EA Sports boxing, no, not EA Sports, excuse me, Esports Boxing Club. So salute to that. That's gonna be good. But so you telling me, man, so your day been good, man. It's good to be back, good to be recovered from the COVID side of the
Yeah,
game.
went to the gym. You feel me? Back
Mm-hmm.
like I never left. Do my
Okay,
thing up in there.
cardio coming back. How the cardio feeling?
No, that still was kind of garbage, but I was pushing myself. Like we was running and jumping, flying around, not really necessarily worried about.
Look, while we still young, man, try and get in a little bit of extra work tomorrow. I'm gonna get a little extra. I'm about to
Young Reddick's coming out tomorrow.
Young Reddick's coming. Salute to Young Reddick. Salute to him. We're gonna have to get him on the episode. I know he'll be down to get on the episode. We'll get him on this episode. By the way, salute to everybody. Hey, I'm gonna be joining the gym again soon. I'm not gonna be going boxing. I'm gonna go back to everything. So lately, I've been running. When I've been running, I was training. I've been running with the ankle weights and the thing. But I've been doing everything. So now I've been doing 7 to 10 rounds with the ankle weights on. But I'm doing my movement, karate style, throwing the kicks. So I'm feeling looser. I'm loosening up the hips. So you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna get back in the gym where everything is happening. I'm gonna do that.
Cause your kicks always been crazy, man. I remember I was telling Walter, I was like, yeah, Darren's kick's different. Like he can do this little jump kick. We call it the one boy, but it's crazy, man. He can do.
But you still know my question mark kick is nasty. You know that's I can do it both sides now. I can do it both. My switch. That's when I was
with do one side at one time.
When I was with Flex and we did the workout, and we did kind of like a boxing workout, he said, oh, you can switch stances. He said, see, okay. He said, all right. I said, yeah, man, it's because my switch stance is a lot more smoother now. So I want to get back in the gym because I want to spar.
I ain't gonna lie. That's why Ghana, I feel like he really a beast, just because I'm like he Ghana really
crazy, man.
To different stances, but like it's nothing. Like I ain't gonna lie, y'all fight similar in a sense. Just how fluid y'all are, like. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's how I used to fight. I'm out of it. That's how you used to be. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, man,
that's why I want to get back into it, bro. I'm like, this crazy. This like I was like when I watched it, I'm like, he's big. He way more than me. He way more than me. He like an inch taller than me. But I'm like, bro, the way he fights, like he's showing big. I was like, that's how I would, because I would cut down to probably like 185 if I was gonna fight. But I'm like, man. That's how I move. That's how I fight. That's how
I like Ngannou, bro. But I really feel like Gon came at the wrong time for this man. Because I'm like, that is not somebody Ngannou want to fight, man. I'm sorry.
Young Hernandez said, which fight are coming next month? There's actually a lot of big fights. We got a big fight coming up this weekend. 2 big fights. We got Gastelum versus Jared Cannonier on the MMA side of the game. Actually, Bellator just happened tonight. I wasn't that big fan of the whole entire main card, but Bellator been killing it lately, man. I just wanted to salute to Bellator, man.
They are, though. They having good cards. Yeah, I can't wait for the Rumble fight, boy. I'm in there.
That's gonna be crazy. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be Cannonier versus Gastelum. Of course, it was supposed to be Pacquiao versus Spence. Back in the day, so
lie.
Real quick, Young Zen, before we hit there. So real quick, Young Zen, you know, I used to be heavy in the analyst game, all that stuff. Look, every Friday, the goal is every Friday, if you with it, we're going to try and hit these podcasts. We're going to talk about an array of topics. Some might be planned, some never going to be planned, but we're just going to talk and we're going to salute. We're going to try and keep this heavy in the game and coming through and whatever you have some guests on. If we can get some, you know what I'm saying, the family. But real quick, before we do hit those fights, I do just want to say real quick, my day was good. I had a good day. Day was solid. It's good to be day 2 back officially from COVID. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the word too much, but it's officially to be back. So, I still don't have my smell and my taste. That's the craziest part.
That's crazy. Hey, Walt didn't get his smell back, bro, in like a month ago. He got that last December. And then he said he could taste, but he got that back like 2 months ago. He said that he couldn't smell for like 3 months after, bro.
We're going to have to have Walt on here too. We're going to have to get it too.
Facts.
So, he said McKee is crazy, man. McKee is crazy in the game, man. I'm a bit fat, but I still don't have, real quick, I don't have my smell. I don't have my taste. I'm waiting to get that back. So, but okay, go ahead. My bad. That's all. That was it.
Finish your day. I forgot we was talking about your day.
No, that's really, my day was good. You know what I'm saying? I went to work. Work's been crazy. I've been salute. And, back, like I said, day 2 in the gym, lifted heavy. It felt good to get some weight up there, move some, I did legs today. So today was legs. When I do legs, I double up on everything. It's all machines today. Then tomorrow we're doing heavyweight, heavy squats. I'm talking about heavy, baby. We hitting it. So I can't wait. Tomorrow's going to be a great day, but we're going to do a 2-a-day. We're going to do heavy squats in the morning. And then later in the day, we're going to run 3 miles, heavy, weighted ankles, weighted with the hands. And then we're going to get some rounds in. We're going to throw some hands, you know what I'm saying, with myself, but nobody yet. But I'm going to get jam. But that's tomorrow. Today was a great day. Salute. Let's get back to it, man. So, what we talk about, man. So, This weekend we got some good fights. Like I said, Kanye Gastelum. Then we got obviously Pacquiao versus Ugas. Supposed to be Spence. I just want to know how you feel about that, Young Zen.
I'm mad because I missed out on the money opportunity, man. I was really gonna put a lot of good money on because Spence was minus 210, bro. I ain't never seen them odds that low with that man ever. I said 210. I'm like, on little ass Pacquiao, all that Pacquiao.
So let me ask you this: who do you think is gonna win between? Well, before actually we get into that, because there's a connection to this. Because now they're saying Errol Spence is supposed to be out for a year. He's not supposed to be back until next year. That's what they said. He had a broken retina. That's essentially what Kell Brook had.
Terrence ducking.
He has to be careful. See, I hate that narrative. I hate when people talk about how Terrence ducks. I hate how he says he stays away from all the PBC fighters by going to Bob Arum. When I've covered this. Unfortunately, my channel, when it comes to the box side of the game, it ain't big enough for anyone to care. So. Yeah, I've been talked about the money side of the game, and we've been discovered how Terrence Crawford, of all the 147 names, he's made the most since, for the longest. But
2014.
So, before we get into that, what we still talking about, Mike? You think it'll be a rematch with Pitbull? Absolutely. They got to do. It's Bellator, man. It's like Bellator. At the end of the day, they on the come up. They don't have enough fights to try and make. They could make some things in between to heat it up, but they want to do that. They got to make as much money right now. They with Showtime. They just signed that new deal with Showtime. They got to make money. So it will be a rematch with Pitbull, but it won't be at 145. It'll be at 155, in my opinion. I think it'll be at 155 for the 155 belt. And say Pitbull, beats AJ McKee. Now you can do a third fight and all that type of shit. That's what I think was gonna happen. But
I'm waiting for that MVP rematch. I want to see what he on. Cause he get knocked out again. He over with.
Lima versus MVP. That's a hard matchup for MVP. We're talking about a karate style versus Muay Thai. On most instances, other than Wonder Boy, Muay Thai usually wins out against karate because they always go against the legs. Wonder Boy is one of those rare factors where he you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you're Muay Thai, it doesn't matter if you're boxing, he always wins out.
I mean, only reason off the last fights because he got to taking him to the ground and all that.
That's always going to be a nullifier against any stand-up is wrestling. Wrestling's always going to be a nullifier. I don't care what your background is in stand-up. Wrestling will always be a nullifier. Not jiu-jitsu, wrestling.
I think that was just a bad matchup from Wonder Boy, in my opinion.
No, I agree. So there he goes. It's the detached retina 8 to 1 year recovery, and he's talking about Errol Spence. So we're probably obviously behind a little bit. So when it comes to rewatch
or nothing, then
he can't do nothing, man. That's why I say. Remember, it's a very similar injury to what Kell Brook had. His was his orbital. But a detached retina, that's even more specific because that's your actual eyeball. You know what I'm saying?
How did that happen?
It said in sparring, man. That means you was aggressively sparring. That's a fact.
Yeah, somebody was really somebody lit his ass up.
Or he just so happened to be in a bad car crash about a year ago where, he did make it out alive, but he had a lot of facial damage and he had to have a lot of facial surgery. And it's a very sensitive area. That can also be a possibility. That's what I really think it is. I think that's what it is. I think over time.
Danny Garcia, though, I'm pretty sure Danny Garcia hit pretty hard.
Exactly. It's a cumulative damage. So he just got, you know what I'm saying? So he went through that injury. What happened. He had the facial surgery. He came back relatively quickly.
It looked like
he came back relatively quickly. And he fought a guy like Danny Garcia, who he couldn't get out of there. He was in there for 12 rounds. He got hit, and he's still sparring in between, obviously, to get ready for fights. It's, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens.
I feel like this is another Keith Thurman story coming around, man. He beats Sean Porter and Danny, and then he ends up coming back and probably getting beat by somebody he shouldn't lose to.
Damn. That's crazy. Because you're talking about Keith Thurman. You see that Gervonta Davis versus Keith Thurman might happen.
That will be it. Now you talk about popcorn and eating. I'm gonna be in tune. I'm like,
Let me
all
tell you
right.
something though. I'm gonna tell you something right now. We've been disappointed in a lot of boxing fights lately. They have not been panning out, but we have a lot of bangers that might end up happening. We might have Marcus Brown versus Artur Beterbiev. I can't never say his name right. That's a crazy fight. Obviously, we got Canelo versus Caleb on November 6th. We got this weekend. You know what I'm saying? We got Jamie Mwanga versus Derevchenko coming up. We got all types of fights that they really come. Wilder Fury, we don't know what's gonna happen because Fury, he's having some troubles with his newborn baby, so they're saying they might cancel it because of that.
He ducking. Oh man, he ducking.
Look at that. See, I didn't even know nothing about that. But he said the accident was the cause. Just found out in Counterpunch. So someone reported that it was because of the actual accident that caused the retina damage. See, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you come back early from something is as severe as what he went through, and then you go back and you get punched in the face for a living. You causing direct damage on the area you just fixed. You don't think there's gonna be some problems? It don't matter if you get hit hard. It don't matter if you get hit cleanly. It's gonna be over time, and that's what it is.
Well, to me,
Hernandez says Fury's fighting.
I didn't think he would stop fighting for that reason. I'm like, Fury's pretty.
Well, his pops was saying that in interviews.
Pops don't know what the fuck going on, man. He out there just killing time. Hey, all I know is it's gonna be a different fight. I really feel so, man. I don't know. I feel like Wilder ain't gonna be no one trick pony. Now I could be wrong. Fury could dance on this motherfucker and make him look crazy again. But
you know what I'm finna do? I'm gonna try and get an interview with Malik Scott. I'm gonna be like, look, brother, you don't know me, but you trained with my brother. I just want to interview with you. I want to talk to you, man. If you don't remember me, if you don't need me, I'm gonna try and get my brother on it to make sure you think I can make it happen?
Easy. I mean,
I would blow the channel up. I probably wouldn't, but it would be good. I'm like, come on, man. You remember him, man. You got to remember him. You trained with my brother, man. October, Wilder vs. Fury is on 2 days ago, October 19th. See, I'm behind on the game. I used to be ahead of the game. Remember that?
That's because you used to have
everything.
Right.
I used to be ahead of everything. But Hernandez put me on game.
So be honest, you don't feel like it might be different, or you really feel like Fury just gonna really tap dance on him?
No, I think it's gonna be different this time. I think it's gonna be different because I think him training with Melissa, you can look. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, but what you can do is you can improve on what he already has. And a lot of people are looking at his new training methods and they're looking at what Wilder's doing and they're saying he's not going to be able to perform that in the ring. Of course not. Anybody who really he's not going to be able to perform that in the ring. It's not about him performing that in the ring. It's about building up his actual reflexes, his natural reflexes when it comes to his fast twitch muscles. So what that means is what he's already been doing. He's going to be able to he's going to be able to do it more excessively, and he's going to be able to do it at a faster pace, and he's going to be able to do it with better cardio. You see what I'm saying? So if you're training and you're throwing a lot more punches than you actually do when you're in the actual fight, how's that going to translate? You're still going to fight the same, but I thought personally that was a big problem for him in the second fight. Whatever may happen, we were talking about I don't know what happened, but cardio seemed like it was a big problem for him. In the first fight, it didn't seem like a problem for him.
It was crazy.
Remember, real quick, in the second fight, he came in heavier. He came in at a heavier weight, thinking that was going to benefit him.
But come on, bro.
Wilder's going to have to fight on his back foot for 12 rounds against Fury, and that means he's going to have to be in the best shape of his life. Can't be heavier. You can't rely on power. He's going to have to be on his back foot for 12 rounds. He's going to have to look for the shot. He's going to have to rely on his natural power, not trying to add weight, not trying to lift extra weights to add muscle. He's going to have to be in the best shape of his life so we can land that signature right hand that he's landed all through his career. And that has nothing to do with him gaining weight. That has to do with him being able to be in the best shape of his life and be able to use them legs like he's never used them before. And Malik Scott can teach that because his footwork is amazing. His understanding of the ring his understanding of being able to use your fast twitch muscles, your feints, your movements to be able to stay out of the range. Now that may not translate to the ring, but he's going to be able to sustain a rate that, in my opinion, he wasn't able to sustain in that second fight because he got too comfortable relying on that right hand. He got too comfortable being like, I'm gonna throw this thing out in the first round like crazy. But that's my opinion. That doesn't mean I'm saying he's gonna win. I'm not saying Wilder's gonna win. What I am saying is it's gonna be a different fight. That's what I think.
Yeah, because I don't know what that second fight looked like. He ate a plate of ribs and took a fucking shot of Jack Daniels before he got up in that ring. Because I'm like,
he was too cocky, bro.
But I never seen somebody look gassed
humbled
in the second round.
He got humble. I think Wilder looks way better as a boxer now. I have a feeling Wilder will win. Seeing him fight looks excellent. And I'm a big Wilder fan. Young Zen. Zen you feel like he gonna win?
It's crazy because like would I put money on that fight? No, but do I think he can probably win this time ago? Yes, if he's focused,
he can too.
In the best shape of his life. Like he can't be on no bullshit. He can't just be sitting here waiting on one punch. He got to be active, trying to get in there, try to throw a body punch, do something different. Not just sitting here trying to think that. Because if a motherfucker going like this, bro, it don't matter how many bullshit abs you do.
Let's talk. But can we talk about the fact that what we've seen Wilder? Okay, everyone's gonna say he's simple. He doesn't have all these skills, things like that. All he has is the 1-2, right? But we've also seen Wilder be able to avoid punches. We've able to see Wilder go 12 rounds. We able to see Wilder never have problems with cardio. Always look for against Luis Ortiz is a prime example. So what I'm saying is, I don't even think he has to add anything new to what he's already shown that he's capable of. I don't even think he has to throw the body shots. I don't think he has to dodge, swerve. I don't think he has to feint and move like Malik Scott. I just think he has to have the same stamina and cardio as someone who would move that much and throw that amount of punches. So when you get in the later round against someone who does that, I don't give a fuck who you are. Anyone who uses their legs, they're going to get, as the later rounds go, they're going to be more fatigued than someone who doesn't use it as much, as in the feints, as in the fast twitch muscles, et cetera, et cetera. And that's always been Wilder's. That's what he did. That's always what he took advantage of. He would lose the first 6 rounds and he would still be in there and then finally bow. And yeah, a lot of that was power, but also a lot of that was him. He reserved a lot of his energy. He didn't use a lot of his energy through the first 6, 7 rounds because all he's looking for is certain specific spots and punches that he can land. While the other fighter is maybe using his legs, throwing combinations like, I'm going to get up out of there. That works at a smaller weight class. It's rare that it works at a heavier weight class.
So why you think Fury's so efficient when it comes to his move? Is it because he's 6'9"?
Yes, he's different. He's a 6'9" dude who can do it, and he weighs heavier than most opponents. So when he does come forward and put his weight on you, you're going to tire out because it's a bigger opponent. It's not the same opponent as like I got Luis Ortiz leaning on me. He's 6'4", 230, 240. That's not the same as the 6'9", 260 dude laying on me. And able to move faster with a longer reach.
Play basketball, you know, guarding nigga that's 6'8".
That's what I'm saying. It's not the same as a
guarding nigga 6'4", 6'5".
It's not even close, bro. Even like, a 6'6" nigga, not close. When you hit 6'9", 6'10", bro, that's crazy.
Like if you had to guard like Papa Bear versus Dorian, you can be like, Dorian,
bro. So I'm saying like so. I'm like that matter. That's why I was saying I was like that. People can make all the accusations they want. You know what I'm saying, with the heavy gloves and things like that. That may be the case. No one could prove that. But what I can prove is that Fury was a heavier man that night, and he came forward and he walked forward on his front foot. And Deontay Wilder thought it was smart for himself to come into that weight as a heavier weight than he usually does because he was too cocky and relying on the fact that he can hit him with one punch and make that man go to sleep, rather than doing what he did in all his other fights, or most of his fights, especially the first fight with Fury, coming at 215 as a 6'7" motherfucker, and people be like, man, you too skinny. But that man had cardio for days. He didn't get tired. People think like adding 222, 223. That's not a lot. But people be like, that's not a lot. 223, 224, adding that to the frame, that's not like, that's a lot. Like the weight I'm at now, I'm probably like maybe like 212. If I was 225, my cardio would be a completely different. That's only 13 pounds, but it would be completely different. I'll be struggling.
He went from 210 to 230, bro. That's a lot.
That's not that. You are not gonna have the same cardio, bro. I don't care how
like if
much
Melo,
you train.
that's like if Melo was 225 right now versus 245.
Don't even matter. Just think of yourself. Just add yourself. Like I'm 210 now. If I added just 10 pounds, if I was 220, bro, I would feel that shit. I would have to do extra.
If I was 190,
work.
if I was 190 something, I'd be
you will feel it.
Like, damn, I'm like hub now. Like,
but think about this. But think about how long it'll take you to get used to it. It doesn't mean you can't get used to it, but it's gonna take you a year and a half naturally. Deontay Wilder did that in like the matter of 6-7 months. So I'm like, all that's gonna come into a factor. It's way later. I think the more time that they put it off, that actually helps Wilder, in my opinion.
Yeah, it does. Because I'm like, Fury's always gonna have that cardio. I mean, I haven't seen a fight where
Fury is who he is.
You know what I mean? Like, think about it. It's like basketball, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I that's why I don't hate Fury. Like, a lot of people want to just dislike Fury, but I'm like, I respect a freak because I'm like, it takes a certain type of muscle memory, certain type of just you got it to just be like, I'm gonna be 400 pounds 3 years ago. Now I'm about to be moving and dodging at the highest level against one of the greatest athletes they say is in the United States. That's different. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I just feel like how he does that is special. And I'm like, I have to just admire it. Because I mean, I remember I was young, bro. I used to just dislike LeBron so much. Like, but I would root for him when he would go against Boston or other teams. Because I'm like, I see everybody do gang up on him. You know, I did see that. Like, you could see he didn't have nobody. He could be like, go get some buckets for me. Like, Mo Williams was good, but it was like, come on, man. Mo Williams ain't gonna lead you. Yeah, you know, he ain't better than Rondo.
Mo was cold, but he wasn't close. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still got Paul Pierce, and then if you guarding Paul Pierce, this nigga Ray Allen just come out the cut, hit a three, and then it's just like KG cleaning up everything down low. I'm like, damn.
Real quick, I'm not gonna veer too far away from the fighting side of the game, but how do you feel about the NBA season coming up, bro? Like, this shit's kind of crazy, man. We ain't talked about it, man. You know, we talked about it a little bit, but how you feel about it, man? You feeling confident? What's up with it?
Hey, he one of the motherfucking hecklers when the Golden State Warriors was doing their thing and his little bullshit ass Cavs was all up in the finals. He like, y'all ain't nothing. Y'all ain't gonna be nothing. Now look. We about to go back to the finals next year where we took a year off. It's cool. Bron had to get rest. AD faked the injury because Bron told him to. It is what it is. Bro, go watch that play. AD didn't get touched and got hurt like that. Talk about
I'm just saying, bro. Let me just say this. For you Laker fans, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy y'all are able to experience Bron at the age he's at. It's unfortunate you guys aren't able to experience him as a problem. Like us Cavs fans. Hold up, wait. You see that? That's the original Cavs jersey. I've had that since like 09, so like that. But anyways, so you know what I'm saying? I salute to y'all. Y'all are able to experience that. I think y'all have a great team. As much as people trying to say it's not a good match when it comes to Westbrook and Bron, I think the match has nothing to do with how they play on the court. All it has to do with is durability. That's all it is. Anthony Davis and LeBron sat down. LeBron was like, AD, you probably gonna get injured. I don't trust you, nigga. Westbrook don't get injured ever. I need someone who's gonna be able to be there all the time. And Westbrook's gonna be able to play. And AD, go ahead though, do your thing, Zien.
Look, this is from Sports Center. Look, I'm trying to give LeBron the benefit of the doubt on this, but given that given what they could have done, I don't see the fit working out over there over the course of the season. I'm a huge Westbrook fan. I just don't like the fit. And when I see and read things like this, Darren, this is why I know I could be a great coach wherever I go. I'm going to turn out whatever because I'm like, when I hear comments like that, motherfuckers is stupid out of there, man. And I'm sorry I had to get belligerent with my vocabulary, but that's how I really feel. Because I'm like, come on, man. How the hell did everybody and their mama tell me that Westbrook would not fit with James Harden because James needs the ball, but yet that man averaged 27, 7, and 7 with James Harden, and Harden still averaged 34. Why wouldn't he do better with LeBron James, a more selfless player, but still capable to get 25 in his sleep? Like, what do people really think? I'm like, do you think LeBron is really gonna be like, Westbrook, I want the ball to hold? He gonna be like, look, bro, I can play 25 minutes a game now, and I don't have to worry about the pace of the game going low. You gonna get them triple doubles, man. Go rack them bitches up. AD, you not feeling good? Your ankle feeling a little stuck? 2-week rest minimum. Effective immediately. No injury. You feel me? Because Westbrook can lead bums. We seen it with Washington. He can lead that Washington team, bro. Come on, bro. He can lead this Lakers team with Dwight Howard and all these other dudes off the bench, bro.
And the key thing, in my opinion, that I want to say that I feel like is going to work is because, Michael Hernandez, he got a very nice take. I'm going to put that in real quick. We're going to put that. We're going to debate that. But the reason why I think it's going to work is because one of Westbrook's greatest traits is that he's a pick and roll player. And if you talk about the bigs that are on the Lakers right now, every single one of them are pick and roll players.
Every one of them.
Every one of them. Mark
Gasol. You got two of them that's going to pop and roll, and then you got one of them that's going to roll every time.
So I'm like, that's Westbrook's specialty. Westbrook is able to hit the man at the last minute when he don't have the bucket. If you right next to the bucket, he's too explosive. He's too explosive to not have your big man come over and rotate. And if your big man is a 3-point shooter, he's too explosive for your big man to not come away from that 3-point and help just a little bit, and he'll throw that out. That's why it's going to work a lot. But this is what Michael Hernandez said right here. Westbrook is too cocky, and LeBron won't take his BS. So he's saying that the personalities won't match. Zen, go ahead. I just want to hear what you got to say, brother.
This, and I love things like this because this is how motherfuckers get to a good discussion. Look, Westbrook is cocky. You can't tell me Westbrook is cocky when Paul George came over. That man sacrificed 31 points a game and went all the way down to 21 points a game and let Paul George have the greatest career stat-wise in history. Paul George looked like an MVP player with Russell Westbrook on the team. Why are we not understanding that? Because he has not played like that since. I don't even care what y'all talk about because he played way better in OKC than he's ever done in the Clippers. He ever averaging 21. They talking about Kawhi there. I'm like, Kawhi played 40 games a season. Don't act like that man is
going to be out the whole next season.
Bro, like, come on, man. Don't be blaming Kawhi while he can't get his rocks off.
But let me ask you this, Ed. Do you think it's going to be a problem? Do you think there's going to be ever a clash of personalities when it comes to his locker room? LeBron has had a championship, multiple championships. AD is championship material. He's had a championship. Westbrook has not had a championship. He's hot-headed. He likes to take over the game. He likes to worry about his stats. Do you think there's going to be a problem?
Look, that's all fake hype. If you really go look at all the Westbrook situations, everybody in that moment, maybe besides KD, but even KD at times was on some weird shit. Like, go really watch the film. Like,
but they said they didn't get along though. They said KD and Westbrook didn't get along. They said KD and Westbrook did not get along. That means something.
But it makes sense though, because you gotta think though, bro. KD is really like, I don't want to call him soft. Because you're not soft if you can go get a championship ring and we really see you was on your shit. But he's not like, you know what I mean? Like that's how Westbrook come. But Bron come like that. But see, Bron, he different. He just a virtuoso. Like 1 minute he's, mean muggy. Next minute he's laughing and joking.
And that's what I give you. He knows how to appeal. He knows how to appeal to who he's with. He's a people's like, man.
Westbrook don't know how to. He really coming in, bumping that Nipsey. He really he just. So
real quick, Dylan said Russ is the man, but this Lakers team would have been good 5 years ago. But today they are closer to the nursing home than winning a title.
And this is where LeBron.
To my fellow Lakers fans, then what you gonna say?
But see, this is crazy because if you really. And this is not even me being a Laker fan. This is just being a realist. If I was a Warrior fan, I would be afraid of the Lakers just because it's just like you have to understand who is still the head of the ship. It is LeBron James, no matter if Russell Westbrook thinks them triple doubles mean something, no matter if Anthony Davis thinks he's the chosen one after Bron. LeBron James is the head of the team, no matter how much people keep trying to say it's AD's team next year and it's, oh no, Westbrook. No, it's LeBron. Everybody on that goddamn, even Carmelo Anthony, who everybody say he can't accept no role, he knows it is LeBron James's team, and that's where the confusion won't happen because everybody's gonna know.
So I agree with you, Zen, but I have to ask you this. Even with it being LeBron James' team, we know LeBron is getting older. Look, you know LeBron is my favorite player, always will be my favorite player. He's always going to be, in my opinion, someone who's going to be able to be a game changer. But you have teams like the Brooklyn Nets. You have teams like the Milwaukee Bucks, these young guns with these sharp shooters, with these players are on another level. Even if we talk about in my opinion, what's actually interesting to me, the East actually is starting to look stronger than the West in comparison to what can beat the Lakers. I mean, bad matchups. The Lakers in the West don't really have any bad matchups. Okay, that's my opinion.
What do you mean? Golden State is a bad matchup.
The Golden State's not a bad matchup. They're too small.
That's shooting crazy. You forgot Clay exists, bro.
How good is? Let's be 100. How good has Curry been against Westbrook? Whenever we watch Westbrook versus Curry, how does that matchup go? How does that matchup go?
How good has Clay been against Westbrook?
Clay's been great, but Westbrook versus Curry, how that matchup never goes Curry's way. And Curry, that's the fuel of Golden State. So if Curry doesn't run and if he's not able to do what he's supposed to do, they're not going to win 7 games against the Lakers. The Lakers.
I don't want to get into all that. I want to go back to his comment, talk about our team, and I want to answer your comment. And look, and I have to admit this, I was off him though, and he deserved it though. But I've always been a KD fan, like, you know what I mean, like. But you know, some of the things he does, I just can't condone, and that's fine. I'm not supposed. He's not my boy, so
yeah.
I don't.
But none of that matters though. We're talking about basketball. I hate when we watch this sports show and they be talking about how this shit and they be on it. None of that matters. We're talking basketball, man.
If you want to talk about matchups, KD in the Bucks is the only bad matchups that we have. But
so here we go. You just agree with Hernandez, the Bucks, and you said KD, and so that's basically that's the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets just got Patty Mills, bro. They don't have, if the Brooklyn Nets had Jared Allen, they're winning the chip for sure. But they're just too right now. The only thing that's going against the Brooklyn Nets is that they're too small. They don't have no big man. And that's why I feel like the Lakers right now. Go ahead though. I'm not gonna say they're the favorite.
Bro, I'm telling you, the Lakers, like, this is just what's crazy to me because people forget that Melo and Westbrook was boys. When it was on OKC, Westbrook and PG wasn't boys. You feel me? It was Melo and Westbrook. So
I feel like they all was really. I think there was no beef.
They was
there.
Cool with each other, but I'm talking about as far as who was closer, it was Melo and Russ.
But I think it just didn't work just because they just.
It didn't work because
PG was supposed to be that guy, and PG can't. He's not KD.
Not
you know what I'm saying? PG's that guy. But he's not that guy.
He's the second option always.
I don't even think it's that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think if the Clippers ran the offense through PG rather than Kawhi, they would get farther. But that's a different story. I'm not even gonna talk about it, man.
All I'm saying is Melo is gonna hoop. Malik
hit that like button, yo.
is gonna hoop. Kendrick Nunn is going to hoop. Dwight Howard is going to hoop. Marc Gasol is going to give his veteran contributions later down the line when we need it. LeBron
is be good enough.
AD is going to show y'all his best season. It's due. He's due for it. It's time. He's going to show you his best season. And who's best ever to do it with him? Westbrook. Like you said, all I saw is Steven Adams get $100 million because of Westbrook. If you telling me he can't make that, if he can't make AD more open or get AD more involved or get AD more aggressive going to the hole, I think Westbrook can do it because he did it. He's done it with every big. He was making Alex Lennon over there, dudes over there looking great.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Look, this is all I'm going to say about that with everything you just said. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But, you know, from day one, my problem with AD has always been what? 1, he's overrated. 2, is he going to be able to stay healthy? And when has AD ever proven to stay healthy? The only time he's proven to stay healthy is when y'all was in the bubble. What happened to be so coincidental about y'all being in the bubble? It was the least amount of games y'all had to play. So I'm just saying, I'm like, I believe in AD. AD is good. I don't think AD is as good as people say he is. He's not that good. He's definitely not the best player on the Lakers like people try to make it. I think the best player on the Lakers is Westbrook. Westbrook is the best player on the Lakers. But
LeBron James.
I love LeBron. LeBron's too old. Westbrook is the best because LeBron's not going to play every game. He's not going to play. LeBron's not going to play 100% every game. The reason why Westbrook is the best player on the Lakers is because he's going to play 100% every game.
And it's crazy coming from a LeBron fan how I'm about to really defend.
I'm realistic. LeBron. That's why though, because I'm really you're a Lakers fan. You want to think that y'all have LeBron at his prime. I've seen LeBron at his prime. Y'all don't have him.
He's in his prime. I'm just saying he's not going to be physically out of shape to where he can't still handle an 82 game season. I'm not going to say he's going to play every game.
I agree.
But I'm saying he's still going to play 100% when he's in the games, bro. And if he starts slacking off, it's because he's letting other dudes go off. He's not going to be out there bullshitting, bro.
No, I agree with that. I'm just saying,
especially after Space Jam out here flopping, he gonna get out.
Whoa, calm down. That's a false narrative. You can go ahead and look at the numbers. Actually, Space Jam was a success. Space Jam was a success, especially in the coronavirus time. Do you want to answer that question right there from Hernandez? He said, "Do you think the Clippers are cold?"
Nah, they traded away all they root players. It's done now. Clippers are never going to get to the finals. It's sad.
I disagree with Zen. I think the Clippers are still a good team. Next year, we can't expect much from them just because Kawhi is going to be out the whole year. But I think the year after, I think
it's going to be irrelevant by that time because new teams are going to be formed. New dudes are going to come in. So it's like how the Clippers are going to stay relevant. What player is going to keep them relevant? Kawhi, I like Kawhi, but he ain't going to be able to do that by himself.
The Clippers,
what Kawhi other core dude on that team is going to get them there? As much as people hate Pat Bev, they don't get that far without Pat Bev. Though.
So Pat Bev, he's not.
They don't go really look at the. I'm just
Pat
saying
Bev's not on the team anymore. Why does it matter?
Because that hurts, bro. You got rid of Lou, Trez, and Patrick Beverly, and all those rules is what built that team.
Look, let me just say that there's a strategic method behind this because they know next year Kawhi is going to be out a whole year, right? So they're not going to even worry about next year. So what are they doing? They're freeing up cap space. They're freeing up people who will want long-term contracts. They're going to have a big splash in the free agency the year after, and that's when we expect the Clippers to be cold because Kawhi is going to be back fully healed, and then they're also going to have Paul George, okay? So do I think the Clippers is cold? Yes. Not next year, though. It's going to be a rough year for the Clippers fans. Dylan said paint's going to be crowded in LA. And I just hope Russ doesn't take it upon himself to space the court and shoot the threes himself. How do you feel about that, young Zen? You are the basketball aficionado. Is that an accurate statement? Is that something that somebody can actually say? Is that a possibility that could happen to the Lakers? What do you think?
Well, people got to remember, it all depends who starts the game. So if you're going to start a Westbrook, or you're going to start maybe like a Malik Monk. If you're not going to start Malik Monk, you're going to start Ellington. That's fine. I feel like they're going to start Ellington on some weird stuff. So say Ellington, and then you're going to have Bron at the 3, AD at the 4. And
real quick, you think they're going to start Ellington?
I mean, I would start Malik Monk, but I feel like they want something off the bench to score because Ellington ain't going to just be no bucket off no bench. He ain't going to rack up no points for us.
Say that again. Say that starting for me again. I got to hear that one more time. What'd you say?
Westbrook at the 1. I think they probably might put that Wayne Ellington at the 2. If not him, then Kent Bazemore. Somebody going to start at that 2.
They're going to start Bazemore. Come on. Let's be real. They're going to start Bazemore at the 2.
All right. Kent Bazemore, Bron, AD, and then I think they're going to start Mark and have Dwight come off the bench.
I hate that, though. I don't know why y'all want Mark.
I want to start.
If Mark comes different, but go ahead.
Yeah, I want to start Dwight. I'm sorry.
Mark is too old.
Yeah, he old. But I feel like they have to start Dwight off the bench because you still need somebody. You need some energy to come in and just start banging because he can still finish the game even though he don't start. So, but that's how. But see, that's when the paint's not gonna get crowded because now you got AD and Mark. They both gonna shoot the 3. So you're not gonna leave even that old ass Marc Gasol just open that 3 all the time, especially if he's really shooting that motherfucker hitting it. You can be like, God damn. So now Westbrook and AD pick and roll look crazy. And don't think a pick and roll of him and Bron not gonna be crazy. People not understanding mismatches. And people not gonna have to work hard. And then if you over doubling, boom, bang, bang, they swinging the ball now, baby. It's not gonna stick. And then you get Melo in the game. Oh my God, man. What? Melo with Bron? People not understanding. Like, this is Olympics now. We're not playing NBA basketball. Like, the Nets are an Olympic team. That's an Olympic type lineup. It is.
All right, I'm gonna have to So
I'm
I
not.
know.
I'm over
Look, I'm
exactly.
gonna have to come at the Lakers fan real quick. So always respect
Here
to
we
my
go.
guy. You know what I'm saying? Never no disrespect. But I just have to say, if there's one thing that of all the pickups of anything when it comes to Lakers that I see being an absolute disaster, respectfully, I love you. You a beast. It's Carmelo on the court with LeBron. That's not gonna work. Carmelo on the court. I don't see Carmelo fitting. I don't feel it. I don't see it
What?
going.
Why?
They prove
Why
me
though?
wrong.
Why
They can
does
prove me
everybody
wrong.
say that? Why is Carmelo not fitting? Really look at our bench though. Really look at our bench.
Carmelo fits off the bench with the other bench players. I don't see Carmelo ever getting extensive playing time with Braun and Westbrook on the court at the same
Why?
time. It just
Why
doesn't
is
fit.
that not? Why is that not working? Because Melo's really
80 has to play at the 5. If it was 80 at the 5, Carmelo,
at the
LeBron,
4. Yeah,
Bazemore, and Westbrook, that's a starting lineup. But 80's not going to be able to. He's not going to take the capability of being a 5.
They say he gonna have to play. He gonna start playing more 5 this year. Because bro, you just said it yourself. Mark Gasol old ass not gonna be able to play 82 games, bro. He's
Mark
taking
shouldn't
games
even be
off.
on the fucking team. I don't know why y'all
Jared
mad at him.
Dudley's still on the team, ain't
Excuse
he?
me, I didn't mean to say that.
I said, ain't Jared Dudley still on the team?
I think he is.
Come on, man. He don't even get into games, bro.
Yeah, I don't be understanding some of y'all pickups, man. That'd be straight LeBron love right there, man. That'd be some bull,
Yeah, that's
man.
just LeBron politics. They gotta be, bro. He's like, Rich, get it done. He's like,
The new real quick though. I don't want to go crazy on. Say we've been on the season for a minute. I want to get back to boxing just for a little bit, real quick, because I'm like tomorrow's gonna be big, real quick too for tomorrow. What's up with it, man? You gonna join the stream? What's good with it?
What time you gonna go live? I gotta go to the little birthday party, but after that, I'm free.
We got Gastelum versus Kanye, and we got Pacquiao versus Ugas. It don't really matter. I guess it's not really the biggest one. You know what I'm saying? The biggest event. Because I'm like, as long as you, hey man, we got to make this consistent every Friday. As long as you're here every Friday, you know what I'm saying? You can just come in and pop in on the Saturday ones, you know what I'm saying? Whenever it's the big events or whichever. I never be understanding for me what the big events is, man. For my channel. Because I guess my channel is, since it's so, you know what I'm saying, low key. I'm like, I got such great views for the Bellator event, but then for the Conor McGregor event, I didn't get good views. But that's because everyone was doing the Conor McGregor event, but nobody was. So it was interesting. But to the people, I know Bellator's going on today, so we gotta do. What I would want to do with you, honestly, would be some like odd watch parties, like some fights, like most people, motherfuckers want to watch, and we'll put watching this, but then it's really just the podcast, like the podcast episode. You know what I'm saying? Like if Bellator got some shit, like the MVP Lima one. I think that's gonna be Friday on a Friday. So, but
I gotta watch that, bro, because MVP really be talking like he like that, and I'm not trying to say he not cold. I'm just saying, like Izzy done backed up a lot, you know. He be up in there dancing and salsa. Man, I'm telling you, that's a show.
That's
over
a different fighting style, though. Different fighting style, different body type. So it's different.
Like Izzy would give him work. You would feel right.
MVP, yeah, Izzy bigger than MVP. That'd be a tough fight, but yeah, Izzy bigger. That'd be a tough fight just because they have very similar styles, and because I think MVP is craftier, he'll be able to get some shit off. But I do think Izzy's just too big. Izzy can fight a heavyweight.
That's just what it is, bro. He really be in there just really like just
Izzy can fight at heavyweight. MVP can't fight at heavyweight. That weight class matters, man. That weight class matters, especially.
He could ever beat Jan, or Jan just too big?
Oh yeah, he can beat Jan.
What was wrong in the first fight?
I think he underestimated Jan's wrestling ability. I don't think he thought he was going to be able to take him down the way he was. So I think going in there being a lot more cautious, you know what I'm saying, being able to be aware, like, okay, he can't take me down and he can't hold me down. That was probably another thing. He's like, okay, if he could take me down, he's not going to be able to hold me down. That was another difference. So I think if he's more cautious about that, he'll be able to win 5 rounds. I think he'll be able to win 3 rounds out of 2 easily. That's my opinion.
I think he could do it too, honestly. It just like his power wasn't there. Like, you know, in middleweight, he really can knock dudes out. Like, you know, he really just give him the business. Like, he wasn't trying to eat.
I agree with that to an extent, but also, yeah. But I also think in middleweight, there's no threat of a takedown. You feel me?
True.
Like, if you really think about the guys at middleweight, like none of them are really.
Robert Whitaker will wrestle you though, and Yoel usually wrestle.
You know, Robert Whitaker's background is karate.
Yeah.
So he ain't looking for that. Yoel, he was at the age and at the stage of his career, but he wasn't really wrestling no one no more. He went 5 rounds 2 times
Yeah,
with Robert
everybody he's
Whittaker.
fighting is just all stand up, really.
Yeah, he's 44 now. He was 42 at that. Like he wasn't looking for that.
Honestly, he never. It's kind of like that Ngannou. Like he never really went against a dude that is going to take him down.
The
And
only guy was Derek Brunson, but Derek Brunson isn't necessarily, a lot of people would say, is top 5, even though he's looking great lately. And then the other person would technically be Vittori, but Vittori isn't a natural American wrestler. You know what I'm saying? He's more of a guy, you know, he's from Italy, and he's good at understanding the aspects of jiu-jitsu and wrestling, but going against an actual guy who was born and bred and doing wrestling, that's a whole different stint, like a Kamaru Usman or something like that. So that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what happened with Jan. Jan wasn't necessarily that guy where he was born and bred in wrestling, but he was just so big, he was able to cancel out the fundamentals he didn't know when it came to wrestling. And he was able to hold, you know, Adesanya down because he never really hurt him. He was just able to win, you know, from, you know, mixing up some shots with some wrestling. So I'm like, you can come back from a rematch and be someone who's able to do that. Easy.
so what's going to happen with John? You think John's is done, or what's going on with him, man?
When it comes to John, bro, it's the craziest thing because first and foremost, you know what I'm saying, Gon and Ngannou was supposed to happen, right? Who do you got when it comes to that? Like, how do you feel about that?
I really think Ngannou, like, he really impressed me with Stipe, because I'm like, Stipe really, I don't know, because Gon is just how he's too fluent and he could go either way and still have the same type of technique. It's dangerous. It's like you, Darren. Like, I don't care how much background you got. I feel like you going against somebody in the ring and you get the styling on them like that, it's gonna really throw them off, bro. They're not gonna have no answers right away. You feel me? And if whoever figures it out is gonna have champion type or veteran type.
And I agree with you, but the one thing when it comes to Gon, and I think is going to be a big factor when it comes to fighting Ngannou, is Gon's specialty is what?
Wrestling with the ground, right? Jiu-jitsu?
No. What's his specialty?
Kicks.
Which will translate into
not fighting,
striking.
Okay.
Gon's specialty, what we've been talking about, which you've been saying is similar that I'm similar to, is his striking. His striking is his specialty.
Yeah, that's true.
What's Ngannou's specialty?
Striking.
So, similar to Wilder versus Fury, you got 5 rounds. If Gon's specialty is striking and Ngannou's specialty is striking, there's 2 ways this is going to go. Gon's going to be able to outstrike him or be able to class him so much he gives him the Derek Lewis style. Or Ngannou's going to catch him. A lot of people say it's going to be a closer fight because Ngannou's more athletic than Derek Lewis, right? Ngannou tastes a little bit more serious. He's better in shape. He's able to calculate, certain punches.
Knocking out Stipe ain't easy.
Hell no. Nah.
So the
but
fact
also, but also Stipe clipped Francis. I don't care what Francis said. Francis said Stipe didn't clip him. He wasn't hurt. If you watch it, he did his signature pull counter and he hit Francis. And Francis got hit and he went back. And that's what made Stipe rush in. And then he got hit with that check hook. When Stipe says, he's like, I shouldn't have rushed in. I should have just stayed patient. Because Stipe took the big punches from Francis. But Stipe got a different type of chin, though. I don't know if Gon got that.
Yeah.
But Gon does. But Gon has amazing defense. But a lot of his defense has to come with angles, ducking under. It's not necessarily catching punches. And so when you're talking about someone with so much power from Francis, if you mistime something, ducking under and slipping, you can. So it's a close fight. It's the same thing with him against Derek Lewis. It's the same thing. Everything you would suspect against Derek Lewis is the same thing you would suspect against how he would lose against Francis. It's just Francis. Some people would say he takes it a little more serious, or he's in better shape, or some would say he's more athletic, or he's faster.
He take more risks. He'll leap in and maybe try to catch Gon, or he'll try to throw an uppercut because Derek wasn't throwing nothing.
The question is, will he do that against God though?
That's the thing. See, that's
why when he fought Lewis, he did take those chances. So if he fights Gon and he feels the same way Lewis felt against Gon, will he feel like he can pull the trigger? But I think he will, honestly. I do.
Yeah, I think Ngannou's been waiting for this moment.
Ngannou's a better counter puncher than Lewis is, in my opinion.
It's tough. I wouldn't put money on it.
No, I wouldn't either. Absolutely not.
That's just too close to call. Because I'm like, I won't want to go with Gon, but then I would be just so mad if Ngannou just really, just kills him. You know that can happen, bro. We saw that with Rosenstruck. He really went out there, just was like, bang. Yeah. He was like, oh. It was just over.
Man, salute to the people, man. Salute to everybody. How you feeling? What's up with this, man? How you feeling? We get through the topics, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. Whatever you feel like, man. I ain't ate, so if you don't want, you feel me? It doesn't matter.
I ain't ate nothing. When I eat, that's when I'm gonna eat. But I ain't tripping. I ain't got no work tomorrow. I ain't gotta wake up for nothing.
I don't need
tomorrow. I'm still gonna do it today because I gotta get back in the rhythm. I'm gonna say something right now, though. This is a moment of silence. I didn't really want to reveal this on the podcast, but I'm gonna reveal it on episode 1. It's something different than what you think it actually is in. Somebody stole my goddamn dog. I came home. He was gone. He's gone. I ain't seen him in 2 days. He's gone. So R.I.P. Whatever it may be. I don't know where he's at. Somebody stole that motherfucker, man. Y'all ain't shit.
You just left him outside?
No, he was on a leash, man. He was in my backyard.
But I'm saying, why don't you, when you leave, put him in the house?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because
you could have just put him in a cage.
I don't know. Absolutely, I'd rather let him be in the the outside world. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
In the world, but he's gone, man. And I just want to salute to him. I feel bad, man. He's gone though, man. And I just hope he's okay. So salute to people, man.
You sure ain't put no fly up or let the word be known in them streets, I bet.
There's nothing I could do, man. At this point, man, there's nothing I could do, man. I just got to
put a
live
police
life.
report and be like, my dog was stolen.
No, because I don't know if it was stolen. I'm not gonna put that on nobody.
Well, when you came home, was the gate open?
Yeah, it was. And I usually put the battery in front of it to make it close, but I didn't do it that day, man. So it was. I don't want to talk about it, man.
So he probably didn't get stolen. He probably ran away.
No, I had him tied up.
So somebody just untied the dog and left with it,
bro. That's what I'm thinking.
You probably want to ask your mom, like, "Hey, you seen Domino?"
That'd be crazy, bro. I'm going over there tomorrow, so we're gonna find out.
What if he's really there? You be like, "Oh,
yo, you got jokes. You got jokes, okay?
Hey,
you got jokes. Give me our goddamn dog." No, salute the people though. What's up with it, Zen though? You know what I'm saying? How you feeling? You said you probably not gonna be here this weekend for the you're not gonna jump on the thing tomorrow for the fights.
No, I was just asking what time was you gonna go live. I might just be a little late. You feel me? Because I'm gonna go.
That's good if you're late, but you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be on for me. I'm gonna go on because I'm gonna watch the Gastelum versus Cannonier fight, excuse me, and the Ugas Pacquiao. I'm gonna watch both, man. I'm gonna watch both. I'm in for both. So I'm gonna be on for a minute.
Pacquiao easy work.
No, it's gonna be a tough fight for Pacquiao. Before I'm gonna get into that because that's what we were supposed to delay that all the way, and it's the perfect time. Beautiful segue right there, Zen. But real quick, I just gotta know if you want to hop on because I'll either do it, obviously StreamYard.
I'll hop on.
If not, I'll do a YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'll hop on.
Shit. Okay, so I'm gonna do it StreamYard tomorrow. So Pacquiao versus Ugas. Let's talk about it, man. That's the fight. Fight of the weekend. Derek Cannonier versus Gastelum. Real quick, I do want to say something. I think Cannonier is gonna beat Gastelum. Even though I love Gastelum, I think Cannonier deserves it more. But I do think Gastelum has better hands, combinations. He's faster. But I think Cannonier he can crack him on the chin. But we'll see. It's gonna be a good fight. But Ugas versus Pacquiao. Who do you got, real quick, Zen? Who you got?
I mean, I think it's easy work, Pacquiao. Honestly, man. I'm just
interesting.
Like,
explain why. Go ahead.
I mean, come on, man. The man was 40 years old when he fought Keith Thurman, man, and somehow got a flash knockdown on that man. You gotta give that man a salute to that, and then end up at least still finishing the fight and getting the dub. I'm like, look, I just don't think Ugas is a fighter that's just gonna come in and just knock out Pacquiao, and I just don't see him just outboxing Pacquiao. That little man got too much spirit. That man dynamite. I'm not even a big Pacquiao fan, but you got to see it when you see it. That man's dynamite, man. Be that old and still dedicated. Like Floyd ain't out there going like this. I'm motherfucking not out there. He out here fighting Jake Paul or Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? He not out here really still trying to get down in the streets. Like, not trying to come at Floyd. Like, you know, Floyd, you do what you do. You get money. I'm just saying, like, for that man to still be that old, it's kind of like Brian. Like, for him to be that old, like, if you hating on that and what he's doing, I'm like, you just hating. I'm like, 19 years and he gonna still be out here go between the legs and catching stuff off the backboard like it's nothing. Like, it's like Pacquiao. It's like, I was like, what is you guys gonna do? What's he finna pull out? He gonna knock him out? You really believe that? If you believe that, then you gonna win Vegas. You might as well go put some money down in Vegas and say Pacquiao gonna get knocked out. Nobody's gonna put that money down like that unless you and Yugis's team. And they're gonna just be broke because that's not gonna happen. But that's what I think, man. Honestly.
No, I agree with you on literally everything that you're saying, bro. Like, I think it's gonna be a tough fight for Pacquiao. I actually think that if we watch it and Ugas comes and he performs the way that I think he can perform, I think he's gonna make it a controversial fight where some people might actually think that Ugas won, right? But I think at the end of the day, it's gonna go to the scorecard, and if it goes to the scorecard and has to do with Manny Pacquiao, Pacquiao's always gonna get that. Unless, you know what I'm saying, it's a clear-cut knockout. So I got Pacquiao winning, but I do think it's gonna be an entertaining fight. Like, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I actually think Ugas is a worse matchup for Pacquiao than Errol Spence, in the sense of he keeps coming, he keeps throwing, and he likes to be in a firefight. Like Errol Spence, he does the same thing, but I just think in the state that he was, I just thought he would have got a little bit outworked by that. That's a different story, because I'm not even gonna say nothing, you know, just hill up to that man. But I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. I think it's gonna be enjoyable. I think it's gonna be controversial.
What's
I think
going on with Bud? Who he finna be fighting? He's about to fight somebody I saw, I think.
So, man, let's talk about it, baby. I'm tired of people disrespecting Bud. I'll always be on the Bud train. Woo,
that man, Bud,
Terrence
is the
Crawford
man.
fan to the end of my motherfucking days. Terrence Crawford is supposed to be fighting Sean Porter. So Sean Porter was ordered to be his mandatory. They were supposed to get a date. They were supposed to have a contract signed by a certain date. It did not happen. So obviously it's a purse bid now. So you know what I'm saying, Top Rank, the Zone, PBC, they're all going to be purse bidding, trying to put in the best offer so they can get that joint. So Crawford versus Sean Porter's next coming up. How do you feel about that, young Zen? Who you think is going to win that fight? Do you think it's going to be a close fight? What you thinking, man? Let me know.
Easy work, Bud. So much, bro. I'm telling you, because Sean gave Earl, and this is why I want to, because everybody
about it.
That doesn't know about boxing or is not into it, because I be trying to tell people about boxing. That, by the way, I'm 3-0 when it comes to betting on boxing. Let y'all know, the people. But anyway, I'm not trying to be cocky, but anyway, back to what we were saying. But it's just too cold. Like, you know, it's like that gun. Like, when you can be virtuoso in either hand, you feel like you gonna give somebody a light out punch is different. Because I'm like, look, man, what he did to Kell Brook was crazy, man. Like, let's call it what it is. I ain't never seen somebody get hit with a hook and get hit to the ropes like that. Like, I was like, what? I thought he was low key acting for him, and I'm like, no way. He did the stanky leg all the way over there. No way. And then really just
legit. I don't care what y'all talking about.
And he is. That's what I'm saying. I thought it was. I'm like, we remember we was live during this. So we was like, what? He was like, that man Bud is really. And it's crazy because he switched them that stance fast. He didn't wait long. He switched it like third round and was like on
what he had to do, because Kell Brook, he's a stylist. He knows he's able to move. He's able to do certain things, man, that you're not used to. You got to respect. So he was a stylist. He moved.
But yeah, so I'm just like, with Earl, people don't understand. Earl's really tough in that Philly shell, and he's southpaw. So he know I'm here, I'm duck, and then I'm gonna throw me. I'm gonna exchange when I. You good? He must have spilled something. That's the only thing he could have done. That is like.
We good? You hear me?
Yeah. What happened?
I just think my phone fell and it hit the headphones. Say something?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I did. My bad, bro.
You good?
Like the last part.
But no, I was just saying he's southpaw, so he's stuck in that Philly shell, and he's gonna exchange. But he's trying to get that good counter punch. You feel me? Like Bud would counter punch you. But that's only if you feel like the mismatch isn't in his favor. Like when he had to fight what was that dude's name? Benavidez or something like that. He was like 6'1".
Benavidez.
Yeah, Benavidez. Like that was a tougher fight. So he waited to switch stance later because he's like, I need to really get him later in these rounds. I need to really be putting him something different on him where he's too tired to have to react. Because that's what I feel like when he decides to change it, because it's not the same every fight. It's always different when he changes his stance. But I'm like, that's the advantage I feel like he has over Spence, even though Spence could be, oh, he's stronger. I'm like, Spence hasn't knocked out anybody in his last 3 fights. They all gone decision. Yeah, but after knocking out,
trying to boost Spence like he's a knockout artist, and we've been knowing that for a minute. That's not been the case.
I'm just like, Bud hasn't gone to no scorecards in the last like 7, 8 fights he's fought. I'm like, what? Why aren't y'all recognizing this power? I'm like, he's really putting these dudes to bed. Like Benavidez really, he held on to 12 rounds and he just got up. He just was out. He like, I can't do it no more. It's like a wasp or something. He's just too ready, and he can just keep stinging you and stinging you and stinging you. It's like Earl, I just feel like he's just more of a patient fighter. He gonna just kind of just technical, good defense, just get the points and get up out of there. He got Sean because Sean just was coming in there a little too wild and just got sloppy.
Hold up. Hold that. I want you to hold that point. I'm finna use the bathroom real quick. Hold the point. How you feeling? You good? You up?
I'm a freestyle for these motherfuckers while you gone.
All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Entertain the people. Hold that point.
Look. I'm just playing, man. I don't wanna freestyle. Unless y'all want bars, I'll give y'all 4 bars. Look, I'm walking to the mall and I'm trying to get it all. Looking at these bitches and I really want they all. I'm just out here feeling like I'm balling like John Wall, and I'm looking at that hoe, now she gonna come in all. Something like, man, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the weakest. You like that though. Anyway, man, I hope all y'all having a good day. If you didn't have a good day, have a better day tomorrow. And just remember, man, if you're positive, something positive can come back to you, man. Just remember that, man. It's hard, when them days just is so negative on you. And I've been through them. I was just through some rough times. You feel me? I feel like things are gonna get better for me. I feel like something's coming for me, and that's the attitude you need, man. I feel like just put positivity in the air, man, and let that thing come back to you. That's my message for y'all today, man. If y'all was wondering what I've been doing, I'm house sitting right now. And my friend's dog has a fetch problem. He likes this little red ball, and he will do anything to go for that little red ball. So he just wants me to play with him. So that's why you keep seeing me going like this. Probably like, what the fuck is he doing? Look at that shit. Watch. Bam. Motherfucker hop to it every time, man. I don't think he probably be dead asleep. I start bouncing that ball. He gonna wake up and get the going. Like it's crackhead energy. I don't understand it. Like I love basketball, but I wouldn't want to be like, oh my God, give me it, and start going crazy, like, and just start gaming somebody up. Like, I'm about to wake up like, oh, what's going on with you? And you feel me? All right, he back, man. So we're gonna get back up in this topic, man. Appreciate y'all listening to my segment, man. We gonna call that the goods. Cause I'm giving y'all the goods.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, man.
Oh, let me get my charger real quick. I want to be able to turn my shit on.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. I am hungry though. I'm starving like Marvin. Man, this motherfucker's taking a long time. Oh, la, boy. that shit. I don't know where that shit at. Ooh.
Oh yeah. We back up in this thing. Well, Young Zen been holding it down the whole time. What's good? I'm
man.
back up in this thing. What's good, bro? What you talking about, man? We here. We on with. Where is that? It's 12:38 where I'm at. It's a good time for you. It's like 10:38. Where you at?
Yeah.
I'm good though. You don't got nothing to do in the morning. You got any obligations?
Nah, down for the come hoop like 12 or something like that.
He's gonna hoop and then leave.
I'm finna. Nah.
You should get that nigga. You should get that. You should get him. I'm trying to say that. You should get him to stay for them fights, man.
Well,
on the podcast.
We're going to my stepsister's. Well, I guess you can say our niece birthday party. So after, if he want to swing by, he can. Like, I'm here by myself. So
get him, man. Get up in the thing. You know what I'm saying? We make it a good night. You know what I'm saying? I guess, but anyways, man. Anything particularly, man, you want to touch on? You know what I'm saying? Talk about before. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Call it quits. Man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for the Bud fight. I'm ready for the Earl. I mean, not the Earl. I'm ready for the Wilder Fury. I'm ready for the Canelo Plant. That's going to be crazy. I want to see what Plants. Because I'm like, at this point, man, like, people can hate Canelo all they want. But I'm like, that's a badass Mexican right there, man. He really got the hands and the style out there, man. He really he a beast, man. The fact that he was fighting somebody like Floyd Mayweather and he went all the way up and fought Kola, I'm like, that's just crazy to me. Like the weight jump. And still be like dynamite, you know?
Yeah.
Because we didn't see fighters in the past go up and you know, wasn't best for their career. Like, imagine AB stay at 140.
We don't want to talk about that.
You know what I mean? But that's what we're talking about, though. Like, just the fact that certain things can change people's careers. And it's just like, that wasn't something that, you know, bothered him going up.
Well, you know, at the time, he didn't know no better. He was trying to be a certain type of fighter. He was trying to emulate a certain type of person. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no one to guide his career the same way a lot of these other young fighters are guiding their careers now. Floyd Mayweather laid down the blueprint, but no one really started following the Floyd Mayweather blueprint until recently. You know what I'm saying?
True.
AB didn't follow. He thought he was following the Floyd Mayweather blueprint, but he wasn't, because he was fighting competition that he wasn't supposed to be fighting at the time that he fought. He should have took his time when it came to a lot of these fights that he took. When it came to, like, he could have moved up in weight. Yeah, move up in weight.
But don't fight no Madonna.
Boom. You don't. Why are you fighting Madonna as your first one? You know, 147. You should have been fighting someone a lot lower level. Work your way to it. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about? That's what I really want you to touch on. What do you think about Tank? Because I really feel like he don't get his respect out here in the fight game. I don't know because he's just little, but I'm like, he made me some money. So shout out to Tank Davis. But but on a serious, unbiased note, what do you really think? Because I really think that he really is a special fighter. What do you think?
Well, you know, I'm a Tank fan. I think when it comes to that weight class, that's the person you got to fear the most. I think he's actually a bad matchup for Keith Thurman, just because, you know what I'm saying, he's a lot. The way Keith Thurman fights, smaller fighters are a problem for him. So I'm like, that's definitely a problem when it comes to a Keith Thurman type fighter. Not necessarily in his prime, but now that, you know what I'm saying, he hasn't fought as much, he's had the injuries, that's not a good fight for him. Fighters that can get under him, he has trouble with, just because he uses his feet so much and he stands so straight up. So that's a bad fight for him. But
what about Josh Taylor? That'd be a good fight. What you think? He works to Josh Taylor too.
I think he knocks Taylor out. I think Taylor's never felt that type of power. But you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people would say, man, if that's the case, you're disrespecting Regis Prograis. And I'm a really big Regis Prograis fan, but I just don't think Regis Prograis has the same type of power that Gervonta has. I think Gervonta's power is just on a different level, man.
He really got.
I'm not even talking about no
power
one punch knockout, nothing like that. I'm just talking about his accumulative power.
over
But someone say that he struggled against Barrios a little bit.
What I really think with the Barrios fight, I think he made it a show. In my opinion, people can call me crazy or whatever, but I'm just like, people were like, well, he's better than Leo Cruz. Well, I'm like, well, he's heavier than Leo Cruz. But I'm like, Leo wasn't no punk. He was out there giving Tank some smoke. You feel me? He wasn't out there like not giving Tank. But it's not about that. That's what people not understanding when it comes to Tank. Tank is a disciplined Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to just his fundamentals, his skill, he keeps it over a 12-round period, and his power come. And this is the biggest point I was trying to get people to really recognize, because I'm like, Gamboa and Bud's crazy. He has crazy power too. So that's why I feel like he got Gamboa out in 9 rounds, and he's bigger than Tank. But the fact that Tank knocked out Gamboa, and Gamboa, you know, he Cuban. Cubans don't just get knocked out, bro. Like, you get knocked out, it's by somebody that's really cold, you know, like Luis Ortiz ain't lose to no bum. He lost to Wilder. You know what I mean? So it's like, so I just feel like with Tank, I'm just like, he's really just, if you could sustain that power.
I can't hear that, my nigga.
For real? You good? Could you hear me the whole time?
My shit is just not. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing right now, man.
That's crazy. Well, y'all the people heard what I was saying, man. That's just my opinion. I just feel like that's.
We might have to call it right here, my nigga. He said, "Oh no."
I feel it.
Better, Betty. Are we here? Are we here? You there, bro? You there, bro?
Yeah, you hear me?
Oh man, I can't hear you though, bro.
I can hear you.
Got it. I got everything good. I got 100. I can't hear you, man. That's probably me, man. That's really cold, you know, like. See, I can hear it on the joint. I can't hear it on this thing, man.
Luis Ortiz ain't lose to no bum. Lost to
That's crazy. You know what I mean? Hey, salute to you, my nigga, man.
Well, I just feel like with Tank.
You can hear me, bro? You can hear me? Probably because I gotta leave and I gotta come back. Hold on.
What's good with y'all, man? You see he on that BS.
Hello?
Yeah, you can hear me?
You can hear me? Say something.
What's up?
Damn. Well, you know, y'all, everything is a work in progress. Episode 1 of Fluence is in. It may not have ended as beautifully as we wanted it to. But sometimes how it goes, man. But we're going to do a lot better, man, tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? He said he's going to be in the street. He's going to try and get young Corleone up in here, man. Salute to my guy. We're going to do better, man. I'm telling you. We're going to do better. Salute to you. Yeah, and we're going to be back next Friday. Fluence is in episode 2. We're gonna be here, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow. So salute to the people. We appreciate y'all, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Hey, guys, enjoy your night, man.
All right, my boy.
Blessings to you, blessings to your family. Man. We out of here, y'all. That's how we do it, you know what I'm saying?
Weezy out of here.